George Sillis. Always appreciate your insights. Thanks so much. All right, let's bring in Alan Nuckman, Chief Market Strategist at BullseyeOption.com. Alan, before we get to your trade, I want to get your thoughts as we begin December. You just heard what George had to say. We are seeing NASDAQ outperformance today, but it was really the Russell that had the impressive November, seeing some weakness today. What are your thoughts as we head into year end as it relates to Santa Claus potentially coming to town? And who benefits?
It's still a momentum market. I mean, the S&P made new all-time forever highs just last week, a couple of sessions ago. So we'll look to see how these other indexes play catch up. You know, the Dow, even though it's not a great measure, you know, hitting 45,000 is very, very positive from an optimism standpoint. So I don't see anything new. And you get into rates, you know, to, you know, really dissect the 10-year note yield. You know, we've been between 375 and 475 for a year. Right now we're at the midpoint at 425. A turn down there, that would be helpful to the dollar. And, you know, the dollar decline is what I'm looking for. We had a fake out breakout where we went out to 108 here just a couple weeks ago, but there was tested and rejected. So if the dollar can decline, that can be the next catalyst because we don't have earnings till after the new year.
Okay, so we aren't seeing that dollar decline today. We are seeing a tick higher in the 10-year yield, but still around that 4.25%, as you said. So when you think about where we'll be at this year, or not at this time next year, but when we, you know, enter 2025, do you think we'll still be at all-time highs?
Oh, I'm still looking for this market to continue to rally run. 6,300 was the technical target from that drop that we had in August on that old top. So we still really haven't quite gotten there yet. And if you look at some of the estimates by, you know, some of the investment banks have now, you know, rallied up and, you know, they're talking about 7,000 S&P. It's impossible to pick a top or a turn in a momentum market like this. We've been up for a couple of years. Everything is positive. The VIX is down, rates are down, inflation is down. You know, the only thing that we could see is some profit taking because people have so much unrealized profit in their positioning that could cause a temporary action. But for me, it's about how the market reacts. And every time in this bull market that we've seen profit taking, it's bounced right back.
Okay. And speaking of some underperformers kind of trying to play catch up, I know your morning trade is in Fastly, FSLY, and shares are up almost 18% today, still down 44% year to date. But I'd say this is playing catch up. So tell us why that's on your radar.
Well, it was on my radar, and over the weekend, I saw a great chart where it had been trading sideways between $5 and $10 for more than 6 months. You also saw bullish divergence bottom back in August where it made new lows but not new highs in implied volatility. That's a sign of a sentiment shift. And I've been seeing my money flow indicator light up here with a lot of leverage at long accumulation in this stock. So somebody has some interest in it. Now, I was simply looking to see how it was going to react when it filled in that gap at 10. And that's what we saw here this morning. So it's filled in that first gap. Now there's another gap at 20. So there's still a lot more upside in this stock. Like you said, it's what, 60% off or 40% off its February highs. So it's still got a lot of potential here, and you're seeing some smart money accumulation. And I like to follow the money. That's a simple mantra.
Yeah, down 44% year to date, 61% off the highs. So you think that it has the potential to go there? I was just taking a look. 82% of analysts on Wall Street have a hold rating on it with a median price target of $8 a share. But that being said, talk to us about your actual trade for Fastly.
Well, you can have a whole conversation about analysts and when they get on board and how they get on board after the market moves.
We just saw that with the Roth MKM with an $85 price target, now bullish on Tesla. So yes, I think that is case in point.
And people are still not completely bullish on Palantir, and so that's a whole nother story. I'm a trader. I'm not an analyst. Okay, I trade what I see. And I see a lot of positives in the price action, the risk reward, the leverage buying, and I'm an option trader. So the way I'm looking to play is a March option, a March 750 call. We're trading at about 10 right now. It's 250 in the money. It's trading for about 350, 3.25, somewhere in there. So our expiration break even is 50, 75% up above. It's got 3 months of time. It's a limited risk position. And you could see that we have this breakout. Now, obviously, it needs to follow through, but this is a strong bottom base. And I use options to be in position for success. And you can see a lot more upside because of that $5 to $10 sideways. That's a $5 range. That $5 on top of that 10 targets 15. So if we get to 15, then that 750 call that we're buying right now is going to double in value. So that's the way I like to position, and we've been successful doing that in this overall bull market. You know, buying when things don't look great, and then look to see how they develop and put us on the right side of the trade.
Okay, so it looks great today, but yes, overall year to date doesn't look great. Appreciate the trade. And to your point,
I was going to say,
go ahead.
I wasn't looking at it just this morning, you know, because it opened up like 5% higher. So, you know, this was a strategy over the weekend, and obviously it's developed here this morning, but I still see a lot more upside. I'm not just chasing the hottest stock of the morning for sure.
No, yeah, we appreciate that trade. And Alan, to your point on Palantir, only 3 buy ratings and a $39 median price target. And Palantir is basically flat today, but trading at $67 a share. So that, I think, supports your point as well. Alan Nuckman, Chief Market Strategist, BullseyeOption.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Coming up, find out why one investor